Come look with me. Let's look at this book, and we'll do the one picture in here. Hans Holbein the Younger, Edward VI as a child. So let's find that in the book. Is this it? This is it. So this is the one that we're going to be looking at today. And so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find out who painted it. The person who painted that picture is called Hans Holbein. And a little bit about Hans Holbein. Let's find out a little bit about him. Hans Holbein's first art teacher was his father, who had the same name. To avoid confusion between the father and son, they are identified as Hans Holbein the elder and Hans Holbein the younger, and that's this man. When the younger Holbein came to England from Switzerland, his pictures of people, called portraits, were very popular. Before the camera was invented, people commissioned artists like Holbein to paint their portraits so they could be remembered. Henry VIII asked this artist to become his official court painter. Holbein made his portrait of the king's son, right here, Edward VI, when the boy was a little more than 1 year old. The prince's clothes make him look very important. He wears a fancy hat decorated with an ostrich leaf and fine clothes made of red velvet and gold brocade. His left hand holds a gold rattle, and his right hand is in a royal greeting. So now let me ask you some questions, and you think about it just a little. How does this child compare to most 1-year-olds you've seen? Do you know of a 1-year-old? How do they act? How do they look? What do you think this child is looking at? Look at the eyes. Which direction are they going? What is he looking at? Is he looking at a person? At an animal? At a toy? At some food? What is he looking at? What makes you think that that's what he's looking at? You'll have to tell me sometime. The artist used a lot of different lines in this painting. Let's find a straight line. Well, there's a straight line right there. There's a straight line right there. Let's find a gently curving line. Oh, that's a gently curving line right there. That's a gently curving line right there. You see some others? Find crossing lines. Oh, 2 lines that cross. Let's see what we can find. There are some right there. They cross. There are some lines that cross, a little one and a big one. Here's some lines that cross in the rattle. See those? Find a line with many curves. Look at those sleeves. Do you see how the lines go in all different directions? That's a lot of curves in those lines, in that sleeve. So draw examples of the lines, and we're going to do that in just a minute. Before we do, let's look at this on the bottom of the painting. It's a little poem. It's a Latin poem. Latin is a different language. We speak English. This is written in Latin. And in that poem, at the bottom of the portrait, it tells Henry VI, this little boy, to be like his father. In what ways are you most like your parents? Think about that. Do you look like your mom or your dad? Do you act like your mom or your dad? In what ways are you different? Sometimes we're alike and sometimes we're different. Now we're going to draw the lines, like she asked us to in this book. go ahead and grab a piece of paper. It's called a notebook paper. Notebook paper has holes down the side. It has a red line usually and lines going across so that you can keep your whatever you write going in the right direction. I have two different markers right here. I'm going to start with this one. You can choose two yourself. And we're going to use this paper as a template and draw some lines. Starting over here at the red, I'm going to go across and do a horizontal line in a straight line. I'm going to do a couple of these, and it's going to be practicing drawing lines. Go as straight as you can. Notice there's a bump here and a little turn there. That's okay. We're just trying. We're practicing. We're seeing how good we can do. Now you can go all the way to the bottom of the page, but I'm going to probably stop right about here so I can show you what I'd like you to do, and then you can do more of it a little bit later. I'm going to change from the green and I'm going to go to the orange. Like I said, you can use whatever color you want. But remember she said that there are different kinds of lines? There was the gently curving lines. So between the two green lines, I'm going to be doing some gently curving lines. Okay, see if you can do those. And then she said straight lines. So between these green lines, I'm going to do some straight lines coming straight down, just like this. You try and do that on the next one. I know I'm going too fast, so you're gonna, when this is all over, you can go slower. Then she says lines going in every direction, and so on this one here, let's see if we can go lines going in every direction. Oh, that's difficult to do, isn't it? Maybe not for you. But we're just so that we can have a pattern, I'm going to do some straight lines again on this particular one because I like patterns. It makes me just feel comfortable when I have a pattern. And then we're going to do a gently curving line here, going in the opposite direction of the one we did before. Now that might be a little bit more than you can do, but you can just try and do what you can. Some gently curving lines, some straight lines. These are called vertical. Some lines going in every direction, some more vertical lines, some more curvy lines, and the green lines are going horizontally. So let's see once what kind of lines you can draw. We'll see you next time. Bye now.